Hey all, welcome to today's video. In today's video, I'm going to be discussing how Andrew Yang's new party, the Ford Party, will probably affect the next presidential election, or at least the next election. By the way, Andrew Yang completely missed out on a chance to name his party the Yang Gang. I mean, like, that would have, like, maybe competed with Jeb, and I mean, like, I might continue to just yell that, like, Stephen Colbert or something. And other than, like, the bad part, just, like, forget about, like, the bad parts. Imagine how funny it would be if I, like, woke up my family, because I was out here screaming Jeb. I mean, like, what reasonable person doesn't just scream Jeb over and over? Anyways, now that, maybe done talking about Jeb for this video, let's find out. I'm probably gonna get started with, like, discussing, like, the real subject of the video. So starting off, I think in Nevada, and no, this is not going to be going like state by state. Nevada is sort of particular to this, or not necessarily particular to this, but, or not specific to this, but, why did I say particular? It's not specific to this, but, um, it's not specific to this, but I'm going to use it for this. I think that's probably a relatively good example. I think that we would realistically see a lot of Bernie bros, vote for the Ford Party. I think that this party is probably more. I think that Bernie's like ideology probably more closely matches that of the Ford Party. And I think a lot of Bernie bros are probably split for him. I think with the Hispanic and Latino vote, I think this will actually really be negatively impactful for Democrats. I think that the Ford Party would probably do pretty well with the Hispanic and Latino vote in a state like Arizona that could like make or break it. I think in like Texas and Florida it probably won't affect much. I think that with the black vote, the Democratic Party is probably gonna do like well enough here. I don't think that the Ford Party does like terribly well with the black vote. And that's a lot of the Democratic Party's base in a lot of states, and if they're still like retaining probably like a solid 95% of that base, yeah, they're probably okay. Although I could see realistically, I actually could see this being like I could see the Ford Party actually doing pretty well with the black vote. Um, but I think that for now the Democratic Party is, especially in like, not necessarily especially, but I think in like Georgia, the Democratic Party is probably fine. North Carolina, North Carolina, the Democratic Party should probably keep on trying to raise black turnout and probably try to do better with suburbanites and white rural voters. In the Rust Belt with the white working class, I think that this is where this could actually be like favorable towards the Democratic Party. It really kind of does depend. I think in like 2016 this would have been more favorable for the Democratic Party. I think in 2012 it would have been more favorable for the Republican Party. I think that whatever party does better with the white working class, I think that their vote share, or I think that they would get obviously like less votes because I think that the Ford Party did better with the white working class. I think that by in 2024, probably like the four most realistic matchups are Biden versus Harris, Biden versus Trump, Harris versus DeSantis, or Harris versus Trump. Or did I say Biden versus Harris? Biden, Harris, Trump, and DeSantis. Some combination of those four. And I think that in probably all those combinations, except for maybe Biden versus DeSantis, the GOP probably does better with the white rural or with the white working class, and therefore the Ford probably favors the Democratic Party. I think that in like Massachusetts and Vermont with a lot of these like Bernie or Warren voters, the Ford Party could actually probably do pretty well and make them more competitive. I mean, like, it's Vermont and Massachusetts, so not going to be like swing states, at least at this point in time, probably. Unless like, well, I was gonna say unless Charlie Baker's nominee. If Charlie Baker's the GOP nominee, and then the Ford Party does well enough with white rural college educated voters to take away a fairly considerable share of like progressive voters, like Warren voters. I could realistically see this being competitive, but Charlie Baker might not even win the Massachusetts primary, so he's not like he's probably not going to win the GOP primary. Should he even run? But I think that we could realistically see Massachusetts and Vermont get more competitive, but I don't know that it would. I don't know that it would do much. I think he probably does, or he, assuming that Ying's nominee, but I think that the party probably does pretty well in Maine's second as well. So that's probably another area. Sorry, I just hit a soccer ball, or like a soccer ball just like hit the mic. That was not fun. Anyways, yeah, thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, please leave a like below. Stay tuned for my next video. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Or stay tuned for my next video. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Please comment your suggestions down below, and I hope to see you all in my next video. Bye.